The following podcast is a Dear Media production.
Hello, and welcome back to your favorite podcast, De-Influenced. What's up with you?
Well, I'm just preparing for this massively social weekend that you've prepared for us.
I know.
You just decided you were going to be social and you went all out.
Well, what's happening is we spend every weekend at the lake. And so I was like, okay, Jordan, can we spend this one weekend back in Dallas? And so since it's like the one weekend we're here, basically the whole summer, I'm like cramming in like 5 friend hangouts.
New friends.
Like
bold.
Like I invited a family that I met at Stella's dance recital. I went and played tennis at the club with a mom that I met at Stella's graduation, which is so funny that I meet all of the moms in Stella's class on the last day of school.
No, you can't be alone.
It's so me.
Yeah.
No, they all were friends.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's why I was like, how do you guys know each other? They're like, oh, we play tennis at the club and we do these things. Like, yeah. And then, it's like one of those things where everybody's like, see you Tuesday. And I was like, what's Tuesday? Like, what are y'all doing on Tuesday?
Did they play Mahjong?
Yeah. But
when did Mahjong come back?
I don't know if it just came back or we're getting older.
Yeah, did it come back?
Like, was it always a thing, but like now we've crossed the threshold to where we hear about it more? Or these things trendy? Like pickleball is obviously trendy, but like I remember all the moms played tennis when I was like in 6th grade.
Do you think if it was like 2020, the hard years of the internet, and all these like Highland Park moms, Stepford Wife moms were playing Mahjong, they'd be accused of cultural appropriation? Have you thought about that?
No, I've never really thought about that. No, I feel like because
I thought about it a lot.
I think if they dressed up while they were playing Mahjong, that would probably get them in trouble.
Don't they?
No, like dressed up like.
Oh, like yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, but no, I think playing the game it's totally fine.
So
I mean, I love a good game of dreidel. And you ever play dreidel?
Or Mexican Train?
Mexican Train? Your mom loves Mexican Train, but hey, we're the Ramirez's, so you can't mess with us there. No, I think that they would really appreciate it.
Yeah. You know what I think blew up Mahjong is that Crazy Rich Asians movie.
Oh,
did you ever watch it? Because that was like that Mahjong was like the game that she played against the mom.
True. Where was that movie filmed?
Well, it's all about Singapore.
Singapore, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think that people in Singapore migrated from China to Singapore, right?
Yes.
I don't know that history.
Yes.
We haven't made it to ask Dani anything about World War II.
I'm still focused on
America. She's growing chronologically. So she's like American Revolution,
let me tell
World
you
War
about
One,
the
World
Alamo.
War II. The Alamo was like, what,
1850s.
Yeah, 1850s. So Dani's like, she read the Bible first. And then she went American Revolution, and then she went World War I, World War II. And so you're making your way through the world's history.
And then I went, where did I go? Guatemala?
Oh, yes, because of
the CIA.
The CIA sent her down south to South America.
Yes.
She's eventually going to get into
and then I did go
Mao and Genghis Khan, but she's just got to get there.
I went Vietnam for sure. But
Vietnam.
That was, yeah. Anyway, so I'm making my rounds around the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I went to the club this morning and I didn't get kicked out.
What is the club? For just all of us non-club Stepford wives.
Club girls. Well, I'm 32 and I've never been invited by a country club member
to a club.
Right. So this was pretty special for me. Any tennis lesson I've ever taken, I've had to either sneak into a club or take a lesson at a club that doesn't require you to be a member. Because becoming members of these clubs is pretty aggressive. It takes years.
Pretty wild.
Yeah. And let me tell you,
almost criminal.
Well, y'all know, it's actually not, which we'll get into that.
Sure.
But
seems quite discriminatory to me.
Not really. You pay to play. If you pay, you get to go use all the resources. It's just,
All right. I'm just trying to represent most of America.
It's honestly just capitalism. Like, okay.
Okay, go on.
But yeah, so if you know me, like I've been kicked out of a few country clubs in my life. I mean, mainly just one, the Swedish Fish Gate.
Yes.
Recently. And so, me and country clubs, like we have an interesting relationship. Mainly because I'm just not invited. But I got invited and I was so excited. And I went this morning to play tennis with the gals. And I was like, oh, it's beginner level. Like, I'll fit right in. These ladies know how to play. And I was just like, I was kind of like, oh, because I was probably like 10, 15 years younger than some of the gals. Don't matter. Let me tell you, don't matter. I feel like with tennis, it's like the older you get, the better you get. Like, I don't know. And there was this one lady, Deborah. Oh my gosh, she could put spin on that ball. Like, you gotta watch out for Debbie. She was amazing. Yeah. So, but then I started to get more competitive. But you know what I realized when I was playing tennis with these, like, let's just say 8 other women, in their 40s and 50s. I am so mean to myself and so like when I miss the ball, it is like the world has been it crumbles in front of me, and like I'm like, Dani, you idiot. I'm like, it's a ball, Dani. And when they miss the ball, they're just like, next one. Like, and I started to pick up because like these people don't know me. So like when I play tennis with people that I know, like I can talk and be like, Dani, you idiot. Like, get the ball, hustle, Dani. Oh, I was standing in no man's, like, you just talk to yourself. But like when you play tennis with people that you don't know, like you kind of have to be a little bit more like reserved because like they don't know you. So the only words they're hearing from you are the words you're speaking to yourself.
Yeah.
So like halfway in, I realized like, why is nobody talking except for me? And like they were making mistakes too. And they would just be like, huh, and the next one. And I would make a mistake and it would be like, shoot, idiot. Like I was just like, I'm embarrassing myself. So I had to like calm down a little bit.
Did they say anything like
this girl's crazy?
Did they like share the gospel with you and teach you about grace?
No. They're just living grace. They're living examples of grace. No, but they were so sweet. And we played with Levi was the tennis instructor. Nice guy. And then afterwards, they invited me to the club for lunch.
Wow.
And let me tell you, like I had stuff.
What's it like in there? It's like a palace.
It's exactly what you would think it is. It's
is
just
it like old? Like mahogany?
No, we sat outside. I actually didn't go like inside the because it was such a beautiful day. We sat mainly outside. But it's so manicured and the grass and the flowers. Like it's just a beautiful place. And you just feel like important. Like you walk around, you're like, who are you? Like, I don't know, who are you?
Yeah.
I don't know who you are. And I don't care, but I don't. It's just like, it's so interesting. But the only reason I would ever like become a member is so that I could play tennis there, probably because I wouldn't use like the other facilities. If the board is listening to this, I will be a great member. I will make sure my kids do not swim in the adult pool. I won't bring my laptop. I won't take any pictures. I won't play mahjong by the pool. They don't like that either.
Let me ask you this. Do they treat men and women equal in these clubs?
Well, that's what all these ladies were complaining about the entire time was like they have like the men's locker room is like 3 times the size of the female locker room. But the main reason is because of like, I don't know how long this club has been around, but like they were kind of probably architected or like built when, females were like not as important.
Yeah.
So the history and that culture kind of bleeds into it. Yeah. Bleeds into it to this day.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's interesting, but like a lot of the females are using the club more like the wives of the members. Cause like, I think only one of you can be a member. So like if both of us wanted to become member or like if we wanted to be able to use the club, like it would we would have to pick me or you.
Uh-huh.
And the thing is like a lot of the husbands are the club members And so the wives have like no voting rights. So they have like a lot
What
of.
is this? What year could y'all vote? It's 20 something. What is this? 1918?
No. Yeah. So, but the women are the ones that have most of the opinions and want most of the change to happen to their facilities because they have no voice.
Totally.
The locker rooms just stay small and ugly, they say.
It's so sad.
It's just, it's really just something to.
It's disgusting how oppressive country clubs are to women in America. And I'm just going to go out and say it. Like, it's disgusting.
Stop.
So listen, you start a country club that's only for women. You reverse it.
Oh my God. Stop, Jordan. Oh my God, we should do it.
I know, totally.
The women's club.
Yeah. Reverse discrimination. You throw that discrimination right back at them.
And it's like, if the husbands want to come, like, you have to talk to your wife.
Yeah. And husbands are like, okay. Like,
I kind of love this idea.
No, for sure. Women's only clubs.
See, here's the thing about country clubs. Like,
if someone's in the audience listening, totally invest in this podcast and goes and builds it, just call us.
But
we'll invest.
Here's the thing about these country clubs is, like, I've never been a hater of country clubs because they do offer so much. Like, they have multiple pools. Okay. That's pretty cool. With lifeguards.
Do they have burgers?
Yep.
Steaks?
You can actually order at the window and they bring it to you.
French fries?
Yep. And then they have all these free snacks. And like, you know how I feel about a frack.
Like what kind of fracks are we talking about?
Oh, Doritos, Cheetos, Goldfish, just like any granola bar you could ever dream of. Pretzels, like everywhere. Soda fountain.
Do they have a grand piano that someone's playing on 24/7?
They have a band that comes called Girl and the Squirrel, I think. A Girl and the Squirrel. That's the band that comes. Huh. And they come on the weekends. And here's another thing. Okay, so this is interesting. In the men's locker room, they have like a sauna, a hot tub. It's like this whole, in the women's locker room, they have none of that.
Really?
Yeah, isn't that funny?
So we had a board meeting in Arizona and it was the same thing.
Yeah.
It was like when you went to the men's locker room, it was like this palace.
Yeah.
And then the women's like didn't have any of the other things.
I know. That's because like that's how it's just, it's crazy.
It's disgusting.
You know, I'm not really much of like a sauna girl anyway because it messes up my hair, but no, I mean, it was a great experience. And I actually really like the social aspect of it. And I like that you can just go to the club for dinner and like, you don't have to worry about making reservations and stuff. And I don't know how much these places are, but
I think they're
a pretty penny.
I think they're a pretty penny.
Yeah.
Did you feel like you belonged?
No. Hey, please. I mean, you know me.
I'm trying to like imagine how you acted in there because I know you so well. And I know that you were like
the imposter syndrome.
You were like imposter syndrome. And I know that you probably just deeply wanted to be liked by these older women. I'm curious, like if you
they're like, oh, the kids are by the pool. I'm like, oh, it's so annoying. I hate kids.
Exactly. You're like, did you have some of those vibes? Like you
No, you know, I was really true to myself.
Cool.
And here's the thing. If I don't agree with what someone says, you know what I always say? Ugh, you're so funny. I always say that. I'm like, if somebody makes a comment that I'm like, oh, you crack me up. You know, it's just kind of like my go-to because I'm not lying.
Yeah.
I'm telling the truth. But no, that's kind of old Dani that would have felt like she had to fit in. I was truly myself.
Love that.
Yeah. Like they were all talking about, you know, where they summer, and I summered the same places, and I wasn't like, I summer in just be, you know, like, you know.
Oh, so they use summer as a verb. No. That's when you know. That's when you know you're in a country club. When seasons become verbs.
No, I honestly like loved these people.
Yeah.
Like they're amazing.
They're your best friends.
Like we might be best friends now. I did tell Stella. There was like, we went to eat lunch after we got our nails done yesterday, and we were in the bathroom, and like Stella was like talking about like, I think she was like, yeah, like mommy, I got like pink and purple nails, and like nobody else has pink and purple nails. I said, yeah, there's probably other girls that have pink and purple nails like in the world. She goes, really? Like, who are they? And I go, I don't know. But when you meet them, you are instantly best friends. So the entire like restaurant, she's like looking around I go, if you see a girl with the same nails as you, you are literally just instantly best friends.
Oh, it's so cute.
You guys know we've talked a lot about building our business, Divvy. But today we're pulling back the curtain to tell you exactly how we're able to run and scale the business. Cue, drum roll please, Jordan.
It's Shopify. Shopify has given us all the tools we need to transform the idea with Divvy into a reality. From designing a website to selling across social media to scaling Divvy into a global business. This actually reminds me of when we first started. What got you inspired to dive in?
You know this. I've always been an entrepreneur at heart. My mom used to drive me to San Antonio and we would sell keychains literally on the side of the road. But yeah, so I think it really stems from that. And then when I started running my own blog, when the idea came about Divvy, I knew I wanted to build a business that would work well for the way that I interact with my community. With Shopify's integrations, I can sell directly on social, right where my community is. I always wanted to build something that felt authentic to me. The moment I decided to take the leap and launch my own business was so empowering, and I was like, okay, I'm ready to make this happen.
I remember when we were first getting started, Shopify made it so easy to get set up and get running without needing a full staff right away to figure out how we were going to ship our products across the world and build a nice and everything green website. It's like having a little magic wand at your fingertips. You can set up your online store or even make a storefront and start selling products in no time. Honestly, even talking about this makes me tempted to spin up a toilet plunger business and launch it like tomorrow. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know whether to say, please don't, or just give the people what they want. Regardless, Shopify has honestly been a total game changer for us. We have our hands pretty full with 3 kids and a rapidly growing business, but we've never had to worry about Shopify. It's like the backbone to our business, giving us the ease to start and the flexibility to grow.
And we can manage the business from anywhere,
So nice.
even here at the lake house, which works so well for our lifestyle.
Right? It's actually so great. So if you're ready to build your own empire, whether it's merch, a passion project you've been sitting on, or even a summer side hustle, get on shopify.com/Dani and make it happen.
This episode of De-Influence is brought to you by Huggies Little Snugglers. Huggies is the one leading brand with all-around blowout protection for sizes 1 and 2. All my parents out there know that there is nothing worse than a blowout. With 3 kids and a busy day-to-day life, we're no strangers to blowouts and we need a diaper we can rely on. This is where Huggies come in. They're a brand that you can trust to handle any baby blowout. You shouldn't have to live your life worrying about how you'll deal with the next inevitable blowout. Ease your blowout anxiety by switching to Huggies Little Snugglers. Huggies Little Snugglers are up to 100% leak-proof with blowout protection in the front and back on sizes 1 and 2 so you can feel confident relying on them for your little ones. Plus, Huggies knows baby's skin is super sensitive and prioritizes your baby's skin health, aiming to keep them clean and safe. Huggies Little Snugglers, now with blowout protection in every direction, sizes 1 and 2. Huggies, we got you, baby.
Y'all know I have been super open about my breastfeeding journey and how personal it is for each and every mama. And to be honest, I'm not breastfeeding anymore. And I had to wean myself off. And man, it's brutal because the hormones go wild and your hair starts falling out. But thankfully, we now have the formula and Jordan can help me, which has been amazing. Because y'all know feeding is hard enough on us mamas. So instead of judging, let's support whatever journey is best for each individual. This is why I love Bobbie formula. Whether you're exclusively formula feeding, combo feeding, or just needing a backup can in the pantry, Bobbie has your back. Bobbie's formulas are USDA organic, clean label certified, and modeled after breast milk, so they're easy on tiny tummies. Choose from Bobbie's OG, much loved organic original infant formula, their grass-fed whole milk recipe, their gentle option for sensitive bellies, or their exciting new organic whole milk recipe, the world's first and only. I also love that Bobbie is proudly mom-founded and mom-led team that set a new standard for infant formula. Over 500,000 parents trust Bobbie to nourish their babies, and they're just getting started. Looking for a formula and want to try Bobbie? Bobbie has an exclusive offer just for De-Influence listeners. First, visit www.hibobbie.com to find the recipe that fits your journey. Then apply promo code Dani to get an additional 10% off your first purchase. That's HIBOBBIE.com.
Well, I'm excited for this social weekend that we have planned. I'm going to take a nap. I'm going to take a nap before it all kicks off.
Yeah, I'm a little tired. Like, I didn't sleep great last night and I had to wake up really early and I kind of have this eye twitch, whenever you get tired.
Totally.
Hate when that happens.
What else has been going on with you? I feel like I've had a really busy week. I feel like I haven't really connected with you.
Oh, it's fine. We got the rest of our lives. Don't stress about it.
No, I'm not stressed. But what's been going on with you? How's your heart? How's your soul?
Ugh, I don't want to talk about it. I really don't. But
this is like us every night, by the way.
It's good. I did get new rugs.
Yeah, for sure.
I had these two men come over. I told you about them.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I've never smelled so much weed in my life. Like, because I posted on my Instagram stories that I needed to get rid of this rug. And by the way, it's like, sorry not to like shit on Anthropologie, but like, don't ever order a rug from Anthropologie. Ever. Don't do it. Only order clothes. They are meant to sell clothes. They are not meant to sell rugs and probably furniture, if I had to guess. Ordered a rug from them. It came all messed up. Ordered a replacement. Oh, should I tell them what I did?
Yeah.
It's embarrassing. I'm not proud of it.
Are you talking about when you...
I was a people pleaser.
Yeah. So I'll tell a story.
Okay.
So Dani has these giant rugs delivered to our house. Giant. And the guys drop them off. And she's like...
Well, they're replacing another rug they delivered that was like damaged. So they had called me and I scheduled this delivery. I had an our house rug being delivered and the replacement for the Anthropologie rug being delivered basically the same day. Continue.
So basically what happened was these two men drop off this rug and Dani's like, hey, can you help me put it down? Well, you have to have all of the furniture moved.
Well, they say no because they're like, we're not allowed to stay in your home. And I said, what about for $100?
And they're like, I was literally holding the chair about to move the furniture. And they go, sir, put that chair down.
Yeah.
Said, your wife's got a deal. So they move everything. I'm helping them. I drop 2 pieces of furniture on my bare toe because I was not prepared for this moving initiative.
Oh, babe, you have to take advantage of the moment.
And so Dani's taking advantage of the moment and they lay this rug down and we move some heavy equipment, we had to move
the dining room table and then all the chairs, which are each like 50 pounds each. So they start, and I leave the room for a second because honestly, y'all, like, I don't know what it is, but like when I put people in an uncomfortable position, it makes me feel so uncomfortable that I had to leave the room.
Yeah.
Like seeing them struggle with the furniture, even though I was paying them, I was like, ugh.
So she leaves. So we're all just moving the furniture. They lay the rug down. And then she's like,
no, I come back.
She comes back and then she's like, hey, can you actually move? Well, I'll end the story here. So she comes back, they leave.
No, I am like, thank you so much. I offered them another $50 to do a couple of other things around the house. I'm like, oh my God, it looks great. Like, y'all are killing it. Like, thank y'all so much. Like, God bless. They shut the door and walk out.
And then she says, that's totally not the rug that I ordered. And I'm like, wait, what? Like, we just paid them $150 each. And like, you were so thankful and so appreciative and said it looked so good.
I was lying.
And she was lying. And she knew this entire time that we were laying down the wrong rug.
I felt so
And
bad. You
were such a people pleaser.
I know. Y'all, I felt like I was putting them in a tough position, even though I offered to pay them and like it was like a fair deal. They were working so hard. And then I came back from like my room and like y'all were already like moving the table back over the rug. And I'm like, oh, looks great. I love it. And then they're like, the worst part is like they make you sign for it. Like, is this the right rug? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, Jordan, sign it. And so Jordan signs it because I don't have the balls to tell them it's the wrong rug. I don't know. I had problems. I didn't talk about this.
Yeah. So yeah, that was funny. I mean, like we have this rug now that it's staying.
No, it's not.
No, it's staying. They're not going to take it back.
Babe, I hired the 2 potheads today to come and move it. So it's in our garage now. And they replaced it with the damaged rug.
This rug saga.
Yeah. So anyway.
Do you feel like deep down you didn't want the right rug to be here?
No.
Because if you had the right rug and all the rugs in the house were settled, what would be left?
Oh, trust me. I'm cleaning all the inside of our drawers right now, trying to get all the product and gunk out. There's so much I want to do. I want to clean out this room.
It's almost like you're nesting.
I'm just honestly doing things that I want to do.
You're not pregnant.
Well, I don't know. You tell me.
No, you just started your period. You're not pregnant.
Oh yeah, I'm on my period.
Yeah, you're good.
No, I genuinely think I'm like doing things that I've been wanting to do that I just never have had time to do.
Succulents.
Yeah, I got a new succulent at Trader Joe's.
The hard part about this new era of Dani is that when I come home, she's like, babe, have you seen my succulent? I'm like, absolutely. It looks so good. And you're like, I feel like you are not appreciating this succulent. And I'm like, Dani, I have told all of my friends about this succulent. I've sent pictures to our family and I've said, look at this succulent that Dani has. And so
it's true.
It's important to you. It's important to me too.
It's important to you because it's important to me.
100%.
Well, I just can't wait till you open up your little drawers in your bathroom today.
I know. I did. You organized my contacts.
Yeah, they're going to be all clean, no gunk. Also the ones in the kitchen. I got rid of all of the, because here's the thing, like our house is just kind of falling apart.
There's a giant crack in that wall right there.
Yeah. We got to fix that one.
Mm-hmm.
And look at all the dust in that air vent. Like that's got to be cleaned. Like, it's just like,
I look at this crack and I'm like, that's a Saturday project. I'm like, dust.
No,
Sunday.
I'm like drowning in
next
things.
week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday projects.
No, I'm drowning in projects.
Should you get an HGTV show?
I mean, call me. I'm not cheap. But I'll do it. Teasing. Ugh, I would love to do it. Please.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's been fun. I've also started running again. So I'm so sore. It's really unbelievable.
How far are you running now?
I ran about 4 miles with Ellie yesterday, and we ran at a pretty good pace. Now we ran and talked the whole time, which is always hard to do. I saw you started doing your HIIT workout.
Yeah, I know.
That was impressive.
I know. It's so hard. I hate cardio.
I do feel like this little pooch I have is like, it's getting a little bit smaller. Just little by little.
I would never run with you though. You're too fast.
I'm not that fast anymore. That's the thing. If you're going to start running with me, now would be the time. Because I'm pretty slow.
I'll think about it. I'll consider.
Just think about it. It could be a really great bonding activity for us. On top of this podcast.
This podcast has brought us really closer together. People don't know that.
People don't know that.
We've really hashed out a lot of things live on this podcast.
Or they're brought up in this podcast and then we hash it out later.
Yeah, there's been a couple things where I've just had to be like, hey, that joke really hit different.
Oh my God. He talks about that all the time. He's like, you were so mean today. And I was like, I know. I get really mean on this podcast. I'm actually not as mean in real life. Okay, switching gears a little bit. Should we call Amish Sally?
If you listen to our podcast, you guys know Dani and I love history and love learning about our heritage. It's so cool to hear and reminisce on where the Ramirez and Austin families came from with our family members. That's why this Father's Day, I'm giving the dads in our lives a unique and heartfelt gift that captures our family's memories. That gift is Storyworth. Storyworth is such a special gift for those you love. Each week, Storyworth emails your loved one a memory-provoking question that you help to pick. Questions like, did you ever get in trouble in school? Or how did you decide how many children to have? All your loved one has to do is respond to that email with a story, long or short, it doesn't matter. They can either write a story or record it over the phone for Storyworth to transcribe. You'll be emailed a copy of your loved one's response as they're submitted over the course of the year. You'll get to enjoy their retelling of the stories you already know and be surprised by stories you never heard before. After that year of fun, Storyworth compiles your loved one's stories and photos into a beautiful keepsake hardcover book that you'll be able to share and revisit for generations to come. I'm so excited to make these books and keep them to give to Stella, Stratton, and Summit. It'll be so cool to share these memories with them. Families love Storyworth. That's why it has more than 40,000 5-star reviews on Trustpilot, with millions of stories preserved since they were founded over 10 years ago. We love Storyworth, and we know your family will too. Give the dads in your life a unique, heartfelt gift you'll cherish for years. Storyworth. Right now, save $15 during their Father's Day sale with your storyworth.com/Dani. That's storyworth.com/Dani to save $15 on your order.
Y'all know I love luxury items, but want to know what I love even more? Luxury items when there is a deal involved. This is why I love Quince. Their pieces are easy, elevated, and somehow make me feel more put together without even trying. They have amazing pieces like 100% European linen shorts, and dresses from $30, luxe swimwear, Italian leather platform sandals, and so much more. The best part, everything with Quince is priced 50 to 80% less than what you'd find at similar brands. By working directly with top artisans and cutting out the middlemen, Quince gives you luxury without the markup. Plus, Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing. It makes it so easy to get new pieces that are great quality for a fabulous price. I've gotten so many lightweight shirts and shorts from Quince that I'm absolutely obsessed with. I actually have some really nice sweaters too. And I love a summer sweater because I know it's really hot outside, but then you go inside and you're frigid. So I like a really nice one that you can just throw over your shoulders. Quince has some great ones. Treat your closet to a little summer glow up with Quince. Go to quince.com/Dani for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/Dani to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/Dani. Speaking of summertime, we're about to be living in the water, whether it's playing with the kids or in the pool, at home, or spending time with our friends at the lake. This means we'll be needing the best swimwear for the kiddos. This is where Minnow comes in. Man, these Minnow Instagram ads, they get me so good. They have the cutest swimsuits for little girls. And then they have these matching mommy ones, and they're just so cute. Minnow is a family lifestyle brand that embraces clean lines and simple details. If you value quality, comfort, and style, then Minnow is for you. Every suit is thoughtfully designed with comfort, performance, and protection in mind. All suits have UPF 50+ protection, blocking 98% of UVA and UVB rays. The suits are easy to put on and easy to take off with just the right amount of stretch. My fellow parents know how important it is to have easy to change clothes for your kiddos, especially whenever you're just on the go, out and about. Premium fabric keeps sand out of the lining. This is such a game changer for us because our kids do not like the sand, especially when it gets in their swimsuits. Their fabrics are so buttery soft, and my kids seriously adore them. I cannot recommend Minnow enough for your kids' go-to summer swimmies. Go to shopminnow.com and enter code SHOPMINNOW15 at checkout to receive 15% off your first order. That's shopminnow.com. Code SHOPMINNOW15 for 15% off. And just so you guys know, Minnow is spelled MINNOW. So if you're calling us and you're Amish, you're actually not Amish. But we talked about some Amish communities that we wanted to visit on our last episode. And since then, it's been the greatest thing because my inbox is just full of ex-Ams.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh. And
I thought it was just Sally.
No, I've had a ton. I think that's just the only one that I forwarded to you, but I've had so many people that were like, hey, I grew up Amish. If you need someone to talk to or have questions for, call me. So I guess Sally is ex-Amish, and I'm going to have Jordan ask her questions because honestly, I'm feeling a little antisocial. I've had a big morning.
Hey, you better get it together because you planned a whole weekend and I'm not carrying this load on my own.
I know. It's true.
Yeah, you're not going to dip out and leave me with the bag here.
Do you know what you're going to ask her?
No.
Hello.
Hi, is this Sally?
It is.
Is this Amish Sally?
Yes, it is.
Hi, this is Jordan and Dani.
Hi.
Hey, so you're live on the pod, so don't cuss, okay?
Okay.
Do Amish people cuss?
They do.
Okay,
Well,
so
they won't not that you could understand it for the most part, but they have their own cuss words. But yeah.
Yeah, because it's in Pennsylvania Dutch.
What?
Yeah.
Yep.
There's different cuss words?
Yeah, so Pennsylvania Dutch is a dialect of Dutch, basically, right?
So, people argue about it a lot. I say, a majority of people say it is a made-up language. So it's like a mixture of German and English, pretty much.
Yeah, it's like what do they speak in Louisiana? Is it it's not Cajun. There's like it's like a French dialect. Yeah, is it Creole?
No. It's not, there's not even really a name for it except for, we always just called it Amish.
Yeah.
Like
So can you tell me a little story? Can you tell me a little story in Pennsylvania Dutch right now?
Woe Amish have in New York woon en no bin in Ohio getoa and no bin hoka.
Oh my gosh.
What did you say?
Yeah, what did you say?
I said when I was 3, or wait, what did I say? When I was Amish, I was in New York, and then I moved to Ohio, and then I left the Amish.
Okay, so you were one of the Ohio Amish, not Pennsylvania.
So I was actually born and raised in a small community in New York.
Uh-huh.
And then when I was 16, I moved to Ohio to live closer to my boyfriend and lived with my Amish aunt and her family for about 2 years. And then it was in 2023 in January, I left the Amish, but still lived with them until this past July of last year.
And what does it look like to leave the Amish? Does that mean you're excommunicated? Like, can you go back at any time?
So it varies with families and if you have ever joined the church. But in my situation, it's very weird. So growing up, when I was 3, my dad left the Amish and left my mom and us kids. So she raised me and my 3 siblings Amish. And then I think it was in 2023, she ended up leaving. But after I left, I was still living with the Amish family. And so my family has never shunned me, my mom, or my siblings, or anyone.
Yeah.
Even though my mom had joined the church. But then my boyfriend, when he left in January of 23, we haven't heard or seen his family since.
Yeah, because it's not. It is kind of a shunning. It's a shame thing, right? To leave the community. It's kind of like, I think, leaving like the Mormon church or something like that.
What was it like being raised?
Right.
What was it like growing up Amish? What'd you do for fun?
What we did for fun. Well, I was a rebel, so partied.
You like went to movies?
Yeah, partied. So when I was normally, like, I know you know what Rumspringa is. I heard you talking about it.
Yeah.
But so normally you start around 16, 17. I started at 13.
And when you started the what'd you call it? Rumspringa, right? So that's when you basically go out into the secular world beyond the Amish community and you decide whether you want to remain Amish or whether you want to basically participate in like Western culture.
So yes and no. So whenever you start Rumspringa, you're still living at home. It's just basically when your parents give you the go ahead, like, hey, you can go do whatever you want, which literally consists of most Amish kids end up, that's for a cell phone. That's when they start partying, the drinking, all that. And then whenever they turn like 18, 19, 20, they're recommended to like join the church. And then, but if you start dating while you're in order to even get married Amish, you have to join church beforehand.
Got it. Hey, Amish Sally, I'm going to call you back on FaceTime audio. Hold on.
I want to know what she did. Like, what did like her chores? Like, what did her day-to-day look like?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, was she churning butter or like doing more modern activities? I'm serious. Like, was she milking cows?
Hi, Sally.
Hey, can you hear me?
Oh yeah, this is much better.
Babe, the mic picks up on the top,
okay,
not the sides.
So, questions for you. Like, this is random. When you said that you drank and partied, did you drink like moonshine?
Pretty much, yeah, like all types of alcohol.
Yeah, well, what I'm saying is like you didn't go get like Coors. You like made your own beer.
Oh, no.
Oh.
No, we went and got our own beer, like bought the beer and everything.
Yeah,
See,
babe,
I
if you're
was
going
like-
to break the rule, like you can
That's
break
like
it all the
one
way.
of the main things that I do not agree with the Amish is how normalized it is to drink and smoke and like
Really?
do all that stuff. Yeah.
Huh. And so what was your upbringing like, you know, just like in a day to day? Was it a lot of like chores because you're educated up until like what, 8th grade?
8th grade, yeah.
Okay. And so after 8th grade,
Or no, just even when you were like before 8th grade, like what's a day-to-day look like?
Yeah, what's the day to day look like?
I mean, definitely chores at home. Get up now. We didn't like go milk the cows or churn the butter or anything like that. But I mean, for the girls, it is very, very common. Like you are taught to cook, you are taught to clean, and stuff like that. So I don't know. I was also taught to sew, so I know how to sew like all the Amish clothes. But yeah, and then once your chores are done, you're sent out to play and you basically live outside all summer. And then in the fall, you start school.
Did you watch TV?
No.
No.
Absolutely not. We did not have any electricity except for like years later. So that's another thing. Nowadays, a lot more people do have electricity, but you're only allowed to have electric if you're renting a house. So as long as you're renting and that house has electricity, then you're allowed to have it. But you're still not allowed to have like TVs or anything like that.
So you didn't have like at night you would have to light candles to see.
So we had what we call propane lights or like gas lanterns.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Nowadays they have, like in this community where I'm living in now, they use like DeWalt powered lights and stuff like that.
So this is kind of a funny question, but did you guys all live in the same community? Meaning like there's this giant, you know, call it 50 acres and everyone in the Amish community has their own house on the 50 acres? Or did you guys move into developed neighborhoods and it's kind of like you would have a mix of some people who were Amish in the neighborhood and then some people who weren't Amish?
Yeah, that's how it is.
Really? So like my next door neighbor could be like an Amish person.
My neighbor across the street is an Amish family. And
So,
then I have neighbors in my backyard that are Amish.
and so they genuinely will just not, well, I guess they do use electricity because it's a rented house.
Yeah. Or if you buy a house that has electricity, you're allowed to keep it for a year and then they make you shut it off. Or they ask you to shut it off.
Who's they? Like the church or like
the bishop and the preachers and
so Amish, you guys would identify as like Christians, right?
So that's actually that's a big reason why I left. Why me and my husband now left is because my husband started reading his Bible and we became born again.
Mm-hmm.
And so we gave our life to Christ. And then we just had so many convictions and that's why we left.
And because, so tell me if this is true. There was a time where basically the Bible for the Amish community was only in, I don't know, like not everyone could read the Bible, right? And then there was this there was this period of the Amish history where then was it converted into English so that you guys could read, or was it you guys were raised only in basically Pennsylvania Dutch, and so then you learned English and you could read it? How did that work with the Bible?
So, growing up, the only Bible that we ever had in the house was written in German.
Yes,
and so,
that's
like,
right.
if you go to church, they preach in German. I never was able to understand it, and I know that like 90% of the Amish do not understand it. And even now, like the ones that do read their Bibles, it is majority of them read it in German, which they don't know what they're reading. Right. So, I mean, you can say they're Christians, and some people will argue about it.
So, did you feel when you couldn't read the Bible on your own that was a way of people making the Bible in the community something that it wasn't? So it was kind of a form of control?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. That's why my boyfriend's family won't talk to him. That's why they've shunned him, is because we became born again, and they don't believe in that.
Right. So,
because you're not supposed to know where you're going or like any of that stuff.
Because
and
you're kind of
have like their.
Go
ahead. They have their own take on like scriptures and stuff. Like you can read a scripture to them, and they'll have like their own whole different meaning from it.
Right. And it's more built around the culture of being Amish and like the authority structure of parents and bishops and stuff versus the actual, like your new interpretation of the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
100%.
So, hi, Sally, it's Dani.
Okay.
So when you left, and this is in 2023, was there like a culture shock, or because you kind of were the rebel, like you already knew about like famous people or music or whatever? Like, was it a huge culture shock, or you kind of were already accustomed to it?
No, I was kind of already accustomed to it and another reason for that is because my dad left when I was 3, and we would go visit him like every other weekend. And so like, yeah, I mean, some things were, I'm sure, but.
Do you have an example of something that was like, maybe like a silly thing that was culture shock? Or like things that people were talking about and you're like, I don't know what they're talking about.
Definitely politics.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. And then the whole thing with I don't know. Not anything that comes to mind. The whole like, when I started reading my Bible in English and when I gave my life to Christ, that whole thing, like the way, I don't know how to explain it.
Try.
But yeah, nothing that really comes to mind because I already had so much experience.
Would you say like your friends that were like, that followed all of the rules, Amish rules, like they don't even know who Taylor Swift is type of thing?
Oh, everyone knows who Taylor Swift is.
Okay. I was just trying to understand.
I shouldn't say everyone, but like the younger generation definitely does.
They do. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so interesting.
Because that's a big thing. Once you start Rumspringa, they have these, they call it like a player, but they have this system installed in their buggies. And so like Friday nights, Saturday nights, and Sunday nights, like they'll ride around the roads and like drink and listen to music and stuff like that.
Like if you're a rebel, but you're not supposed to.
Well, once you're in Rumspringa, then you're basically like told, go do whatever you want.
Oh, interesting. So interesting.
So, Sally, we'll let you go in a second, but you know, I've been cooking and fishing a lot more lately. And, you know, there's a large part of me, I won't quantify it with percentages, but could be close to 70%, that really is kind of in on this Amish thing. So do you want to try and dissuade me from joining the Amish community? Because I'm pretty close.
So the only thing would be is the man-made rules. Like if you can live with the man-made rules and living like basically for another man and doing only as he says.
I have problems with authority.
Giving up your phone.
I could do that.
Having to drive a horse and buggy.
I could do that. I would need to be taught, but I could do it.
But yeah, it's just like there's so much stuff that goes on under the Amish that is very like swept under the rug and hidden and stuff like that. Like I'm pregnant with my first child, and we're debating on whether or not we want our kids around the Amish family or not.
Yeah. Does is it your boyfriend or husband?
Husband now.
Wait, why? You didn't ask why.
Well, because I think there's a lot of cultural issues, right?
No, but ask her why.
Yeah.
Why?
And I don't know. There's just, it's just, we don't, like, I don't want my kid to, I mean, I don't care if he's friends with, like, the other Amish little kids, whatever. But it's just, it's not what they show it to be, like, their beliefs and everything like that. And stuff like that.
Do you think it ever was, or do you think that it's just eroded as Western culture has creeped in?
I think it's always been that way.
Right.
The abuse and everything that's under them, I think it's always been. Nowadays, it's more talked about and stuff like that, but still, yeah.
Sorry, this is maybe like a little too deep, but is there like a lot, I mean, you hear about this in like the Catholic Church or a lot of different organizations. Is there like a lot of sexual abuse?
Yes, there is so.
I mean, that would make sense because, babe, they're not on their phones. They're not on the internet. Like,
there's actually there was a study that came out just recently, and they were saying about 85% of Amish people go through sexual abuse.
Wow.
It is insane.
No, I that makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm probably not going to be joining the Amish community anytime soon. You really dissuaded me.
If you want to go churn some butter, just go in our backyard and churn some butter, okay?
So, Sally, last question is, are there any good documentaries or books about that you think give a really good, real representation of the Amish community?
No, I don't think so.
Oh. Well, you should write one.
Yeah, I wouldn't say so. Have you ever heard, what is it called? The show Breaking Amish or something like that?
Yeah, I was going to watch it, but I had to pay Nat Geo or something.
Yeah, it's all scripted, and yeah, none of it actually like shows the true stuff that goes on under the Amish.
Yeah. So, last question. Does your husband have a beard?
He's trying to grow one out, but
me too.
Oh no,
I feel him.
I can't do it.
Yeah, I get it. Well, thank you so much for talking to us. You should definitely write a book.
Yeah, it's so interesting.
I think you should, and we are so glad that you are a born again Jesus follower. Welcome to the party.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
If you guys have any other questions anytime, just feel free to message me.
I definitely will, and we have your number. I have so many questions; they'll just come later.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds
Thanks,
good.
Sally.
Bye.
So you missed that, but when she was talking about like not wanting her kid to be around, that's the first. Maybe it was just like a woman like instinct. Like I think she was saying that because of, think about it. If I'm a female and I'm only educated up until the 8th grade, I am just listening to the community, to the church, to these men. I am going to feel very small as a person, like as a female, because physically I'm not as strong. I'm not as educated. I don't know. I can't do all the things that everybody else can do. So you just listen to these older people that are guiding you. And as a female, you probably have a lot of, you're around, they don't have technology, they don't have cameras, they don't have ways to post if something has gone wrong. Like it makes so much sense that there would be a lot of sexual abuse.
Yeah,
and especially, and I didn't want to bring up around like child sexual abuse, but I can only imagine. I would not want my child around like half the reason why like a lot of kids, or I would ever even put my kids into a certain school is because there's cameras everywhere. There's ways to post if something went wrong or whatever. But in these communities where there's literally no electricity, like I would never let my kid go hang out with all these other, I would never.
Man, my mind's a little blown right now. I've never heard this. I literally thought they were just churning butter, fishing, and living off the grid.
No. And I don't like communities where people are left vulnerable, especially without education. Like that one kind of weirds me out, like that they don't have education past 8th grade. That's just setting people up. That's setting people up to like brainwash them. Like you're brainwashing them because you're not giving them the tools to understand their environment or their future. Like it's.
I mean, I get it.
Sorry.
It's got really heavy. I was just looking for a good time.
Yeah.
Good conversation.
Sorry.
Woo! Sally, go write a book.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I will not be. I also forgot to ask her if they were really good at volleyball.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the Amish are very good at volleyball. The good news is that we're probably not going to get a lot of hate for this podcast and or counter arguments because they don't know we exist.
Yeah, and they just are like living in their little
They're like,
bubble.
whoa, what's a podcast?
Like someone's going to come and be like, Dani, like I am so offended. My Amish family is so offended. I'm like, well, you're breaking the rules. I'll tell on you.
Yeah. We kind of got a little blackmail ring going. It's like you snitch on us or you come at us, we'll come back at you.
Yeah.
We'll tell them you have a Cricket wireless phone.
Yeah, Cricket wireless. I'm dead. Wow, that's so interesting.
So interesting.
We should start having we should go like a little bit more Theo Vaughn and just start inviting like just different types of people.
I am so mad right now that you even are saying this to me. Do you have any idea how many different people I've tried to have on this podcast?
You're always trying to bring in like somebody to perform an exorcism on me. Like and I'm so sick of it. I'm like, I'm
Dani,
fine.
No, there's this guy named Timothy Alberino. Do you remember? He was on my list.
Is this the guy that does exorcisms?
No, he's the one who, what did he do? He found some like ancient civilizations in South America. He's like a Christian Indiana Jones. I found this guy.
Then you have him on.
I did. I tried to have him on.
Then do it.
7 months ago. I DM'd him from your account. He said, let's do it. I'm so down. Now he's on Joe Rogan. He's on Theo Vaughn. He's on all these big podcasts.
Have him come on DM
No,
for us.
we missed it. I'm just saying, I call interesting people ahead of time. And so if you're giving me the green light, babe,
you have the green light because I'm going to just take those weeks off. And it would be nice for me. I'll go to the club with the girls and play tennis. Okay.
I think you would love these people.
No, I think that you would have more intellectual conversations with these people because I don't really know
so basically
what you're talking about. Like, I really just wanted to know if this Amish community knew who Taylor Swift was. That was really, that was the question that was going to keep me up at night. And that's all I really needed to know. Okay. And you can ask all the other questions, but I wanted to know about that.
Oh my gosh. So basically what you're saying is you don't want to do this podcast anymore. So basically
So basically you don't love me anymore. That's what Jordan, that's how he will end up. Okay. So basically you just don't love me.
Hold on. So basically this is for the clip. So basically, Dani, you're quitting this podcast. That's good.
Okay.
That'll get a bunch of views.
Yeah.
Clip it. Wow. Sally Sue.
God, I love that name. I heard a really cool name today. Forgot it. Oh.
Dani, I forgot to tell you something. This is huge. I was walking on the trail of White Rock.
Sailor for a girl. That's so cute. I'm writing that down because if we have a girl with an S name.
Dani, look what it's hard to see this video. Look what I ran into.
Where's that?
It's a coyote.
Let me see.
A coyote was literally staring me down on the trail. And I had to get big.
Oh my gosh.
No, it was like, guys.
It's like a fox.
It was like, first of all,
I don't think that rule works with the coyotes where you get big and they go away.
No, it did. But Dani, it was so weird.
Did you feel one with the yodi? You kind of like.
I did the yodi.
Yeah. Is that a bad word?
That was just so funny.
Oh, because Jordan taught me what chode was the other day. And I was like, oh, Lord, thank you for telling me because that seems like a word I would like use by accident. And it's so disgusting.
No,
if y'all didn't know, it's a little pee-pee. Oh, it's such a nasty word.
So it was probably 5 feet away from me. And
oh my God, Jordan, you are literally a football field away.
No, Dani, stop. I was on 0.5. It looks further away than you think.
Do coyotes attack humans?
Babe, have you not seen the signs everywhere around our neighborhood?
Yeah, but like.
There's an infestation of coyotes right now.
Why?
They're like killing dogs and cats and
yeah, I
birds.
believe that. But what about humans?
No, I mean,
okay,
but
it's like a dog.
That was big. That was a big dog.
No, I know that looks like a fox.
But it was staring at me. Like, did you see it in the video? It was like staring into my soul.
Yeah, it reminds me of Jacob from
yes,
from Twilight. Yeah.
Anyway, I just thought it was so cool. I saw a yodi.
Jordan's one with the
I forgot to tell. I gotta text some people on this.
Everybody, oh, can you? Airdrop it to me. I'm going to post it on my Instagram stories. Sailor Ramirez. Oh. Okay. We have to have another girl.
Yeah, you've been talking about this fourth kid, and I don't think we're on the same page, if I'm being honest. We'll talk about it later.
I'm going to roofie you one night. Isn't that funny?
Honestly,
you're like
I'm kind of cool with it. Like, the only downside is I wouldn't remember a crazy wild night.
I'm dead. Actually, the girls were talking about, they were telling me all these places that they go out in East Dallas. Like there's like these like iconic like karaoke night, not the one nostalgia place, but like have you ever heard of the Goat? In Lakewood. Anyway, it's like where all of like the old people in Lakewood go. That's what they told me. Okay. And they said that both of their husbands have been roofied there. Their husbands were roofied.
By females?
No, like it's like such like a dive, like scary bar that they're like our husbands were roofied there.
Wait, people get roofied? I thought that was like a movie thing.
No, babe.
Wow.
I had a friend from high school she got roofied.
Where does one purchase roofies? Is this like
probably the same place they're buying Ozempic these days?
Is this a dark web
God.
thing? Man, I'm so naive to the world, I feel like sometimes. I just kind of always generally assume that people are trying to do their best.
I mean,
it's just good people.
I don't know, they might be, but I feel like that was really like my eyes were really opened when like my friends in high school's parents grew weed in the backyard. And then I was like, oh, that's normal? Like did that never happen to you?
No.
I went to multiple parties where like the moms were like smoking weed.
Huh.
And like had it like in their backyard.
Yeah, that's that never happened.
And then I was like, whoa, my upbringing is so different than yours. Like I understand why you are like that and I'm not. Like your mom buys you weed. These kids were crazy, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're giving the impression you grew up in like a very bad neighborhood. You grew up in Richardson.
No, but
Texas. You went to J.J. Pierce High School.
Okay, I also got an MIC in like one of the sketchiest neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Okay,
Dani, we get it. You're bad. You're bad. You're hard. Is that what you're trying to tell us?
No, but like
you're hard. You've seen some stuff. Well, I personally had so much fun on this Friday podcast. I think that it's time that we probably go take a nap before Dani's extremely social weekend. You need to recharge. You can't leave me with this bag. I feel you. I know you. And I know what you did this morning. You expanded all of your social capacity by 10 a.m. in the morning at the club.
And then my physical capacity by cleaning the house.
You have planned Friday night. You have planned Saturday morning. And you have planned a whole pool party at our house on Sunday. So you better get together, girlfriend. I invited
2 different neighbors. I told you that, right?
Yeah.
One of the girls that lives on our street. And also, did I tell you that like the girls at the club said that our street has a group chat and it's like iconic? And I don't think I'm on it.
No, babe, you're for sure not on it, but you are definitely in it. Let me tell you.
Yeah,
you are not on it, but you are in it 100%.
Well, okay.
All right. Happy Friday, everyone. We love you so much. Bye.
Please note that this episode may contain paid endorsements and advertisements for products and services. Individuals on the show may have a direct or indirect financial interest in products or services referred to in this episode.